Chapter 12, Media Planning Essentials. Chapter 12 is a broad overview of really the terminology and other sort of vocab areas of advertising and media essentials. So it's sort of like the language of media buys and measures. So I'm not going to take a lot of time on this. This is sort of a foundational, so you understand the language of what's going on. Here we are in part 4 or unit 4 of the media process, and this is chapter 12, the first one. There's chapter 12, 13, and 14. So we're creeping up to the end very quickly. So measured and unmeasured media. Measured is just exactly that. We can calculate how often, how long somebody's seeing an ad, from whatever source it might be. So, for example, online ads are tracked very closely, whereas others, it would be like a billboard, say, and we'll talk about more of those later. It's a little harder to track. Now, they've got an idea because of the traffic that goes by on that road in a given day, but they would be estimates. That's one of the big advantages of online media. Media plans, classes, vehicles, and mix. All of these, the plan that you have, how will you get your message out in order to reach the target audience, media class, radio, TV, newspapers, digital, the vehicle within that media class, and then the mix. How are you going to use, or a blend of media? So you might use radio and TV and then digital, or just TV and digital, or so on and so forth. So this is just a way that, again, you understand the language of what's going on. And that's why it's important to acquaint yourself with these things. And I think just a couple other things here. Competitive media assessment and share of voice. So for example, the definition of share of voice. Detailed report showing how much a brand was advertised in a particular media category versus the combined media category total for all other brands. So what share are you getting of the target audience, given who all your competitors are, the ones that you're calculating? So again, this is sort of the nuts and bolts and the foundational areas of advertising. Media planning models, benefits and realities. These tools, the reason you have these is because what you need to know from the target audience is what's their media habits. Are they primarily invested in social media, invested in television and things like that, or direct mail, or where are they getting their, how can you get to them? What are their habits media wise? Not everybody has the same media habits. Without a doubt, if we took everybody in the class, it would be different. Some would be weighted more one direction or another, and that's okay. That's to be expected, but that's what they're talking about here. And so that's why you use those things to figure out where to invest your money in order to accomplish your media goals. So media buying, programmatic media buying, agency of record. This is where we're talking about how the ads are placed and who places them. The agency would be whether it's the company themselves, like an in-house, that's what that in-house means, or is it a ad agency that you're employing? All these things are ways to track. I mean, if there's anything that's changed over the years, it's the ability to track ads much more carefully and closely. And so, kind of keep that in mind as you go through this. This is a way more exact science than it's ever been before. So enjoy the chapter, and I look forward to your work.